Hey, what's up, man? What you doing?
You know what I'm doing? I'm just Snyder cutting.
Yeah.
It's not a cut.
Hold on, man. Somebody on the line.
Snyder cut.
I got somebody else on the line.
Yo.
Hello?
What's up, bro?
Snyder Cut!
Snyder cut!
Snyder cut.
Snyder cut.
Hey, yo, guys, hold up. My mom's calling, all right?
Snyder Cut!
Snyder cut.
Snyder Cut! March the 18th, hallelujah.
All right. Snyder cut.
I got one question to ask and one question only. Now, a few months back, they said Henry Cavill signed a deal where he's going to show up in multiple DCEU movies. Now, you mean to tell me he got recasted for a Black Superman movie? Think, McFly. Think.
That's my boy. That's my boy. Oh, yeah.
We here.
Here we are.
And I have Mr. Subjective Reviews himself in the building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing good, man. Tomorrow's March 1st. So
March 1st, Zack Snyder's birthday. I wonder what he got in store for us. You know something else is coming.
Yep.
Something is coming.
Oh,
Let's
yeah, definitely.
Let's shout out to everybody real quick. Joseph, I can't say your last name. I'm so sorry. WB is really not listening to fans. Nothing wrong with their reboots as long as it exists parallel to Cavill's Man of Steel. Look, man, look, and I want Prime to come on too. Prime is coming. Where did this reboot stuff come from? Where did it come from? I think they working on a Black Superman movie that has nothing to do with Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill is fine, but we're gonna get into that. I promise you. We got my friend Hatham up in here. Hatham, how you doing? We got Always Remember. Glad you here. He said, "Oh, it's Subjective Reviews."
Right.
We got Pyrog up in here. We got Shadow Killer up in here. We got Mutt. Me and Mutt is working on something very awesome. Mutt, I'm gonna show everybody real quick what we working on, and then we're gonna get into some DCEU Snyder Cut Henry Cavill news. This is what me and Mutt working on.
And when we step to the plate,
All right, I only wanted to give you a synopsis of what we're working on. Let's see. We got my boy Chaos up in here. We got Mads Mama Bear. We got Leroy. We already got 20 people up in here. Smash that like button because it's about to get dope up in here. It's going to get crazy, man. I got my friend right here, Subjective Reviews, the first person I reached out to in the Snyder Cut movement. Y'all better put some respect on his name. Best baseball player that ever lived. Let's see who we got. We got Cena Look up in here, and I think we got everybody for now. Subjective Reviews, aka Tyler. Let's talk about the first thing that pops up real quick. It looked like I froze it. Oh, okay, I'm back. I thought I froze for a little bit. Okay, let's talk about this article real quick. Okay, cool. Let's talk about this article real quick. My computer is moving slow. See, it always moves slow when I go live. It always do that.
Is this a new computer or is this the same computer you spilled Sprite on?
This is the one I spilled Sprite on. It got look, man, I'm broke, okay?
They messed your computer up, man.
Yeah, man. Look, I can't buy a new computer right now, man. The funds is kind of low. Okay.
I hear you.
All right, can y'all you can see that, Tyler? Everybody can y'all see that? Okay, let me read this real quick. It said a Superman reboot lies. With a potential Black Man of Steel is on the way from Ta-Nehisi Coates and JJ Abrams. Let's read. It said earlier this week, the Man of Steel soared back into television on Superman and Lois. We're going to talk about that too. The first Tyson Fights live action Superman series since Lois and Clark hit the airways in 93, blah, blah, blah. Warner Brothers is charting the character's flight back to the movie theaters. And news that spread around the internet faster than a speeding bullet. Acclaimed author and noted comic book Ta-Nehisi Coates have been hired to pen the screenplay for all new Superman feature produced by JJ Abrams that may introduce the first big screen Black Superman to be invited into the DC Extended Universe by Warner Brothers, DC Films, and Bad Robot is an honor. Coates remarked in an exclusive statement provided to the website Shadow and Act, I look forward to meaningful adding to the legacy of America's most iconic mythic hero. Now I'm reading the rest of this blah, blah, blah. This is Abrams talking. There was a new, powerful, and moving Superman story yet to be told, Abrams said in a separate statement. We couldn't be more thrilled to be working with the brilliant Coates to help bring the story to big screen, and we're beyond thankful to the team and Warner Brothers for the opportunity. In addition to being Coates' first superhero screenplay, this is also the first time he's written a DC character. He previously made his comic book debut at Marvel, superheading a huge successful relaunch of Black Panther. Where in this is they saying they recasting Henry Cavill?
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Well, that's news to me. I never knew that they got a quote from JJ Abrams, like making this official. I for a while I thought this was all BS.
No, look, Tyler, I'm telling you, they've been saying this for a few months, maybe even since last year. I can remember because I got a video about it. JJ Abrams is looking to reboot. Now that was the news back then. But what I'm reading from this article is nothing about rebooting or recasting Henry Cavill. But that's the clickbait tagline that I'm seeing on a lot of websites. What do you think? What do you think about all this?
You know, when it comes to all this, it's very confusing. Very confusing. I mean, you know they want to mess with the multiverse, but for you to put out a statement saying it's a reboot, and they're all saying the same thing. All these different articles are all saying it's a reboot. It's a reboot. But what counts as a reboot? If we continue to get more Henry Cavill as the Man of Steel in other DCEU movies, you know, then this isn't a reboot. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
this is its own thing. Like, and that's what I heard as well. Like, JJ is doing like an Elseworld story, you know, and if that's true, he wants to do a Black Superman, then, you know, this is going to be separate from the DCEU, it seems like. But then again, it could be within the DCEU. It's like there's so many question marks in the fighting between Warner Brothers and Warner Media. And it's like, what is really going on? And I think the problem is we're like, time will tell. We're just going to have to wait. I know it gets very confusing, but yeah, it's definitely clickbait Superman reboot. I do not think for 1 second that Henry Cavill is done because, like you said earlier, talking about how, you know, we saw that Henry Cavill was going to be in all these movies coming up. He was going to be like cameo roles. He signed the deal and everything.
Yeah,
like it was official. It was legit. And now all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, reboot. Not like what? Wait, what? You can't say that he signed the contract and then say no, he didn't. It's just back and forth, and yeah, I just think it's its own story. According to that, because like I said, I didn't know that was a quote. I didn't know JJ quoted, so that makes it official that it is happening. I just do not think that,
because I'm telling you now. Watch this. They gave JJ Abrams $500 million, to be the big dog in DC now. His contract. Yeah, and I don't know if he gonna be like the Kevin Feige over there now. And that's why when you watched this Zack Snyder on IGN, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, you see how Zack was when he was kind of like, I'm not sure what my future is. I know he been saying that ever since he was on the Farouk Brothers. And sorry if I'm butchering your name, Farouk. Sorry. Look, man, I can't read and spell, so forgive me. But he been saying that ever since he was on that stream, that he's not sure what the future is going to be.
Okay, so I'm happy you brought that up real quick, and I don't mean to get off the subject.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
How many people are watching this right now?
We got 32 people. Smash that like button so more people can come in here.
So you guys need to listen to this, and you need to spread the word. Zack Snyder is on IGN, and again, other interviews that he's done before, he has never flat out said, "I am not doing another movie." Yeah, he has never said it's not happening. He keeps on like last night or yesterday when he was on IGN. He was like, "Oh, it doesn't seem like it's gonna happen. Doesn't seem like it's gonna happen." Dude, it's gonna happen. When the Snyder Cut blows up,
Yep.
they have to give him. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and what director in their right mind, when they're promoting a movie, says a million times, "There's not going to be a sequel. It's not happening. There's not going to be a sequel." There's not, like, why are you saying that? You know what I mean? When you're constantly putting that down our throat, and then which I was waiting to see the movie until like this was a big part of the movie for me. I wanted to see that ending because we heard it was going to be a big cliffhanger ending, right?
Yeah.
But then we all heard more recently that Zach changed the ending a little bit, and I got worried. I was like, "Oh, he changed the ending. It could have just like been him wrapping it up."
But did you see the Vanity Fair? He said he reshot the ending.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I was worried because I knew everyone was really excited, but I was worried personally because I was like, "Damn, does that mean he closed it off? Does that mean he cut all the loose ends?" But then he's on IGN and he flat out says he said that there's a massive cliffhanger, not just a cliffhanger, massive cliffhanger. So you know what? Right there, boom, massive cliffhanger. What do you do with that? You make sequels to that. So if the movie is going to be successful, which it's going to be very successful, I don't see why it would not be.
It's going to be the biggest movie of the year.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna tell you why real quick. It's designed for streaming. Movie theaters is out of there right now.
Yep.
This movie is designed for streaming, and this is how I knew, Tyler, this movie was gonna really blow up. It's international now. The game is over.
Yep.
The game is over. But I want to pull this up real quick. Now, this just doesn't make sense to me. The freaking fake websites and fake YouTube channels talking about reboot, recast Henry Cavill. How is that possible when the internet blew up months before when they said Henry Cavill signs multiple film deals? Let me read this real fast so y'all can get y'all memory right. Now, this is TCN. This is by my boys over at TCN. Look, let me tell y'all something. My boy Taylor, he got the news. He got a family member in DC, right in DC Warner. So let's check this out right here. Exclusive Henry Cavill signs new Superman film deal. Sources close to both TCN and DCE News have confirmed Henry Cavill has signed a new deal to reprise his role as Superman in future DC films. Cavill's feature as the Man of Steel has been a source of contention for quite some time. Despite Cavill's love and dedication for the role, his portrayal of the character has had its fair share of criticism. And after the lackluster performance of Justice League, his future as the hero was bleak as Warner Brothers simply lost the interest in the character. However, after the release of the Snyder Cut movie gained traction, interest in Cavill's depiction of the characters has been rekindled. And a pitch made by Cavill himself has sealed the deal for his return to the red cape.
Yep.
This is what I truly think that Black Superman movie is going to be about. You know, Michael B. Jordan has been pushing to play Superman.
Yeah.
What's the Black Superman name? Calvin Harris, right?
I have no idea, honestly. I have no idea.
See, that's what I want Prime because I see a lot of images. I've been knowing about the Black Superman for a long time.
Yeah.
But according to Prime, it's a version of Earth where it's nothing but black people. Okay.
Yeah.
And that Superman is black. His name is Calvin Harris.
Uh-huh.
I truly believe if they do this movie, if this is just a solo movie, Henry Cavill is going to be in that movie.
Yeah.
He's going to be in that movie, some shape or some form. But that just don't make sense to me. All the news went viral. And then all of a sudden now he's recast and they doing something else. It just don't sound right to me. But let's get it from the horse's mouth himself. We got my boy from the TCN, Taylor. Let's see what he say right here. This is his tweet. From the Culture Nerd, he says, so the current chatter is that this may not even be a reboot of Kal-El's Superman, but rather a film introduction to E23, Calvin Harris Superman, or even E2 Val Zod Superman. Time will tell on what is actually happening, but right now there's a lot of misinformation going around. Then he posted something again. He said, quit edit. It's Calvin Ellis. My new iPhone has been very touchy, autocorrect. Folks at Apple, clear your fans of Calvin Harris. So the official name of the guy is named Calvin Ellis.
Okay.
Brent, news to me. 45 people in here. Make sure to smash the like button. Make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell. Thank y'all so much for coming out. Leroy said Val Zard. I have no clue who Val Zard is, but if Michael Jordan is playing him, sign me up. What do you think? What do you think, Tyler?
About what? Him playing the character?
Yeah, what do you think about just them focusing on a Black Superman movie and no signs of a Henry Cavill Superman movie? What you think?
It's disappointing, but at the same time, I think we're going to get a lot more Henry Cavill. Like they see his star power, they know how the fans love him as Superman, and his story is not done yet. But I think the problem with Henry Cavill is I do think there is an issue with him and Zack somewhat, because Zack wants to finish his Justice League arc, and there is no Man of Steel. Like there is no Man of Steel 2 or 3. Like this is his story. Like the whole Justice League 2 and 3. This is Superman's story.
That's what
that's it. And that's it. So it's I think there is a little tension between him and Zack, possibly, because I know we all know Henry Cavill wants to have another movie by himself. He wants to have a Man of Steel 2. And that's fine. I would love to see that as well. So yeah, again, there's just so many problems going on within WB and Warner Media and Zack and probably Henry but no, I mean, listen, I love seeing these different interpretations of the characters. I love it. I know that a lot of people when they saw that Robert Pattinson was cast as Batman, very frustrating, but I knew in my heart that Ben Affleck would be back and he would do his own thing. Yeah. And yet it has not been official yet that he is getting his series, but it looks, like it looks like it's happening, which is great. And this is what I try to tell people is like, don't get upset. Like Ben will be back. He's going to pop up in the Flash movie. It's the same thing with this. We're going to see more Henry Cavill. It doesn't make any sense to get rid of Henry Cavill.
It don't make sense.
Exactly. You have to make sense of everything. I know everyone wants to look at the headlines, and I do it too. And we get frustrated because we see reboot. Henry's done. But like you just showed us, the culture nerd said that he signed a contract.
He signed a contract.
Yeah, wait a second. You know what I mean? So again, it goes with time will tell.
Time will tell.
And it's hard being a DC fan. It really is, because
because I mean, it seems like when we make 2 steps forward, we make 20 steps back.
Mm-hmm.
But
and what people need to realize is that it's only going to get worse from here until March 18th. They're trying to sabotage.
I'm glad you said that. Yes. I'm glad you said that, Tyler, because we have gotten so much DC news.
Yep.
I mean, we got more DC news at this point in time than any year.
It's every day.
Peep this. Peep what we don't got so far. We got Supergirl.
Yep.
We got a Blue Beetle movie coming out.
Yep.
We got a Black Superman movie coming out. Yep. Why is you promoting all of this right before this man drop his movie? Mm-hmm. Is you trying to drown out the hype? The people have spoken.
Yep. Yeah, it's clear as day, and it happens all the time. And we saw it the other day with the Supergirl news, how it dropped 2 or 3 hours after we found out that the Snyder Cut's going to be worldwide. And then you could have dropped that the next day. Why did you have to drop it on that day? That did not have to happen. And I'm sorry, but it's clear as day. Warner Brothers is trying to sabotage this. Yep. But let me tell you, when this movie is successful, Warner Brothers, they can't do anything, because AT&T, they own Warner Brothers. They're going to see the money that they're taking in from the Snyder Cut, and they're going to go, I'm sorry, what? You don't want to continue this? You don't want to give us more Henry Cavill as super? Oh, no, that's not fitting in our plans. No. This is money. At the end of the day, you run your business off of money. So I don't care if the world hates Henry Cavill, but his movies are successful. Henry Cavill will be back.
He will be back. I think this is my only thing, though. I think when it comes to Henry Cavill, it's always been about the money. Because I feel like, remember, it was some stuff going on about him not getting paid enough.
Yeah.
And think about it. Because I'm going to think like Warner, for instance. Okay. When he came into the DC world, the only thing he really did was Immortals. And Immortals was a dope movie.
Oh, yeah.
But he didn't have that much of a history behind him. No. But while he was in that DC space, Henry Cavill did a ton of movies, some dope movies, and now his work is higher.
Yep.
And I'm thinking, just go ahead and pay the man, because you will quadruple your money anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But if this, Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
I just wanted to throw that little caveat in there. Is you're exactly right. If you're in the entertainment industry and you're an actor, right, and you have this iconic role, the Superman role. Who doesn't want to play Superman? Everyone wants to play Superman. But then you reach a point where it's time for a new contract, and then you have the people at Netflix over here that want you to do 3 or 4 seasons of The Witcher, and they're going to give you X amount of dollars, and then Warner Brothers is combating that with, oh, well, we want you to do 1 or 2 more Superman movies, but we're only going to give you this much money.
Yeah,
you're gonna follow the money. At the end of the day, like, yes, some actors will take that role because they care about it, but I think Henry Cavill, I think he does care a lot about the money, and I still think he's at that point in his career where he's trying to reach the top. He's trying to get as much money as he can, because eventually you reach a point, a lot of these guys that are true artists, like a Joaquin Phoenix, I think, or a Leonardo DiCaprio, they don't really care about the money. They just want they just want to sign on to a movie that they really want to be a part of,
and they want to be the best. They want to be the best at they craft.
Exactly. And at the end of the day, we're all humans, and we would probably be following the money too.
Let me ask you, Tyler. If they told you $2 million to be Superman or $20 million to be The Witcher, which one you gonna pick?
Exactly.
Think about it like this: you spending your time as that character,
yeah. So
you want to get compensated more for your time, you know?
Yep. Yeah, and that's a good point. But at the same time, I like to think that if I was in that situation, that I would take that I wouldn't take more money for a role that I didn't care for. I would take less money for a role that I did care for. But at the same time, we can all think like that all we want until that money's in front of our face. Like you said, that's a huge difference. I don't know what the I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what the contracts are. But if, like you said, they're like 20 million compared to 2 million, you're gonna be like, oh man, I'm taking that 20 million. So yeah, that's just the way it is. We're all human. That's just how it is.
Oh, but I will say this though. The Snyder Cut, even though Zach, and I don't think none of the actors getting compensated either for this movie, right?
Probably not. But at the same time, guys,
but this is the best promotion movie. This is like a big commercial.
Yep.
And
exactly. You didn't have to pay Zach any money, and look how much this movie was promoted. That man, this is why Zack Snyder is one of the greatest directors of all time. He's a great person. He's a fantastic director. The guy can promote a movie all by himself. Clearly, he's a marketing genius. Whatever he put out yesterday, that video that they put out on IGN, where it's showing the mother box and how they create that, who does that? Who thinks of that? The man he's a freaking legend.
Nobody, and he probably made that before he went on IGN just because he knew he was gonna blow the internet up.
Yeah, well, they said that I saw earlier a tweet. This guy was working on that 8 months ago. Zach, I guess right around the time they announced that the movie was coming, and they started working on it right away. So that thing's been worked on for a while.
Oh, okay, got you.
Yeah,
but I mean, it's like you said, he's a marketing genius, bro. I haven't even seen Marvel Endgame constantly trending like this. This movie is constantly trending every other day, if not every day.
Yep,
it's gonna do big numbers, man.
Oh yeah.
Let me see what people in the chat talking about before we hop into the next subject. Nina, thank you so much. I like the new Snyder Cut commercial better than the first one. You talking about us, or you talking about what you talking about?
I like the new Snyder Cut commercial better than the first one. Oh, he's probably talking about the thing that Zach released yesterday, the 2-minute video of the mother box.
Oh, okay. We're gonna break that down real quick too.
Yeah, that was pretty cool though.
It is pretty cool. A lot of Easter eggs in there back then, but wouldn't they have to pay the actors money for the additional photography? I think this is just out of love. This is out of love for Zack Snyder because he's nice, he kind-hearted, he make his actors feel good. You can see the off-screen stuff when they filming them. They hugging, shaking hands, big smiles on their face.
Yep.
And then they understand without them. You know what I mean?
Yep.
They understand.
Exactly. And you're talking about guys like Jared Leto and Ben Affleck. They probably didn't get paid at all because they would just do anything for Zach. And that's how much power this guy has. That's how much love people have for him. This is another reason why we fight for Zack Snyder because, I mean, the man is just, like I said, he's a legend. He's a goddamn legend.
And you got to think like this too, bro. Jared Leto is a top-tier A-list actor. Ben Affleck is a top-tier A-list actor. And they probably not getting paid for this. I bet they not getting paid for this. They doing this out of love. That's incredible, man. This is something that's never been done before in Hollywood.
Yep.
And we getting that Justice League too. What up, Prime?
What's good, gentlemen? What's good? What's good?
Prime, I'm glad you're here, sir, because you're very important to this. I know you have a stream coming up in a few minutes, but you are very important to this stream because I was watching your stream yesterday and you was telling us how it's pretty much impossible for them to recast Henry Cavill at this point. Can you break that down and just tell me what you think is going on?
Okay, everybody that's sitting there watching, y'all got to calm down and look at the business side of this. Henry Cavill ain't going nowhere. All right.
Exactly.
You have to remember they're doing multiverse now. All right. And with them doing multiverse, they're trying to dig in all other elements of the DC mythos, the DC lore. They're going to expand this universe further. So let me give you an example. Let me give y'all an example. I said this in my the breakdown of the Fan Fest yesterday, and I told everybody this. Take the MCU, because I'm telling you the direction that they're going. And there's going to be a lot of people that's going to freak out because why? These individuals don't know. I'm going to discuss this in the show later on, but I'm just going to give you a little example. Take Black Panther from the MCU, okay? You're trying to bring in a new audience. You're trying to bring in something different. You're trying to bring in something new, but it's within the mythos. You take that Black Panther. All right. You take Black Panther. That was pretty much primarily African American, right? It was pretty much African American. Listen to what I'm saying here. All right. If they're going to do a Superman, they're going to do the Black Superman. That's going to be in the African American realm. Earth 23 is a Black Superman that is Casey Ellis. Casey Ellis is president of the United States. Now, Casey Ellis is based and is written by Tom Taylor. That was based off of Barack Obama when he was in his presidency. Gotcha. That's when they made this up. Now, in that world, Casey Ellis, everybody is Black. The characters are reversed. So Wonder Woman is Black. Steel is Black. The only one that's not Black is Batman. Everybody else is Black. They changed everything in this universe. But in this universe is pretty much where they have Superman. He's in power and he's the president. Knowing that you have now his name is not Kal-El, it's Kal-El. It's different. If you go with it's the same thing, but they take the hyphen out. So Kal hyphen EL is Earth Zero. Just the main Superman, okay? This Superman is Kal-El. So in this verse, if you think about it, what they're doing is that they're switching it up. And then which makes a lot of sense, what they're trying to do. Now, you think people freaking out because there's a lot of people that don't know about Superman. Wait till they see this.
Hey, Prime, I remember I've always seen on Google now. I never did pick up into the comments, but I always looked on Google. I've always seen that Black Superman, like on DC sites and stuff like that. So I always knew about him. But you make a good point too.
It's two of them. It's two Black Supermans. It's two.
Okay, and you make good sense too because this is marketing. They did drop this on Black History Month, so they probably been waiting to put this out for a while. Now I want to ask you this question. Is this a solo movie? In your opinion, is this a solo movie, or do you think Henry Cavill will be in this movie?
No, he won't. This is going to be a solo movie because this is a multiverse. This is a different planet. They're going to introduce something completely new. So pretty much the people that don't know about it, put it like this: you're going to gravitate to an audience that's going to gravitate to it just because he's Black, and it's new. It's different because once people find out the twist on it and understand what it's about, a lot of people will gravitate to it. It's not the traditional Superman story. It's not. So a lot of people are going to say, well, and it's not popular if you are a comic person and you really, really read comics and you're really into the multiverse and you really know it. you will understand what it's about. Now, you have to understand the difference between what makes stuff, how should I say, popular. Pop culture makes things popular. All right? That's what makes things popular, not the actual the comic books itself. Once it gets on the big screen or it goes onto a type of, once it goes into any type of particular screen, that's when it becomes popular because people tend to watch to the opposed of reading. So when you reading books, you know, it's more continuity to that. So, but again, like I say, when it come down to this is what they're going to bring forth. And I'm open to it. I'm a comic book guy. So when me being a comic book guy, I'm open to it. The general casual audience may not be open to it because why? They are not accustomed to that because they don't know what it is. They're going to think it's something completely different. They're thinking that they're changing the character. No, it's multiverse. It's a different version. People got to understand there is 12 versions of Superman.
Wow.
Yeah, there are 12 versions of Superman.
Because there's a Russian Superman, there's different type of Supermans. But Matcha made a good point right here, and I want to know your guys' opinion. It says they crap on Ray Fisher, but hey, here's Black Superman. That's WB for you. What you think about that statement?
I mean, it's
since
not,
they going the black route, you know.
There's a lot of how can I say, there's a lot of propaganda with this. When you think about it, I would say Ray Fisher is doing something completely different. I don't think this ain't got nothing to do with Ray and his situation. You got to remember, Ray is going against the business and the company element. This has nothing to do with anything particular between, you know, race or anything of that magnitude. And if people want to take it that way, that's your prerogative. I don't see it in that way. This is a business thing. Ray has went over something that is business. He went over the guys at his head and pretty much, how should I say, shown them up. And they're not liking that. So they're going to do whatever it is in their power to try to, how should I say, you know, put their narrative out there and change it up. You got to remember, it's just like if you know that you're right and you know your boss is wrong, and then you put it out there, well, your boss gonna get pissed up because you didn't keep it in house. Yeah. Well, Ray Fisher had the right to put it out there because there was a lot of wrong that was going on. And it's right. And do you feel, now it depends on what it is. Should the public know about this? Well, sure, because Hollywood needs to be changed into a different light. And Ray is not the only one that has been going through this. He just so happened to be the one and have the courage to be publicly. Remember, everybody else has, remember what it is. If people, I'll say this, most stars and most actors and people in Hollywood have something to lose. Remember what Ray said. He ain't got nothing to lose. He don't care. Yeah. He's going to put the honesty out there. He ain't got nothing to lose. The reason why
Ray did since Snyder Cut, right? Since Justice League.
No, he's in a sitcom right now. That's what he's working on right now. So he's still on. He's still like he's doing different stuff. So that's what I'm saying. He's not hurting for money. He's not hurting for working for a job. He's not hurting for that.
Yeah.
What it is that it is to make the workplace, people have to be held accountable.
What's up, Coming Chat?
So people have to be held accountable for what it is that he or she does. And that is what is Ray doing. For instance, they're going to shit on him because he put it out there. Yeah. You know, so all the information, everything is going to be put out there. So you see the effect. So they're going to crap on him because he's telling the truth. He's putting it out there, but you know, all the facts is out there. You had 80 people in the investigation. Then you had all these ladies come out, and then you had all your big stars that's in there even talk about it. How you gonna go against that? Jason Momoa said something. Gal Gadot said something. You got two of your biggest stars that said something about it. Are they going to can them? No, they're not, because they are breadwinners right now.
And the avalanche is rolling now. It's getting bigger.
It's just gonna keep on rolling. Now, will Ray Fisher be able to work back at Warner Brothers again for a DC property? Time will tell. But knowing how business works and how people do things, no, he will not. Now, he might be able to do other things outside of that. Now, depending on what people push the narrative or say this or say that, for instance, if Zack Snyder so happened to be able to do Justice League again or do it too, well, he's going to have to hire Ray Fisher to play Cyborg because he's part of this property. He's part of the arc.
Yeah.
He's not just going to up and change and just take him out.
Yeah.
So my thing is there's going to be a lot of pulling. There's a lot of tugging. There's a lot of stuff that's going to be going on with the business aspect of this. So people, you have to actually think with the common sense narrative and get your emotions out of it, because at the same time, yes, and I'm going to shut up. You know, with and same thing with the Henry Cavill people. Henry Cavill ain't going nowhere as Superman. He's not. That's not happening.
Prime, and because at first I was on the reboot train too, but it's just like you always preach, Prime. I didn't do my proper research because it ain't nowhere in that paragraph did they say anything about a freaking reboot or a recast. That's just these freaking clickbait sites. They're still trying to ride that Snyder Cut wave, but in a negative light. You know,
right? For instance, let's look at it like this. If, for instance, you have with the multiverse thing going on, well, people saying, well, Ben Affleck was out. Well, Ben Affleck is in the Flash movie. Ben Affleck is doing different stuff. You're going to have that Batman. You can have your Pattinson Batman if you want that. That means variety. That means people can have whatever it is that they want, and they can like what they want. And that's the good thing about it. For instance, the same thing with now, will Henry Cavill be able to get your traditional what some people want out of that Superman? Will they get that? Maybe so, out of a movie. Depends on who directed it, if they want to take that approach. That is the great thing about DC. That's why DC has always been different. That's why I gravitate to it. And people have to understand what makes it so different is that DC just don't do continuity. They do arcs. They do graphic novels. They'll do a series. They'll start it and then they'll stop it. That's what you get. And then you have another story. They always, if another writer comes in, they're going to start from the beginning, but they're going to give you his or her take on the character.
And that's what Flashpoint was. That's what Flashpoint was. It was just an arc with a beginning and an ending. But I like that DC does that though. Instead of Marvel had like 1,000 runs, like 1,000 issue run arc, and people get tired of that. And I like that marketing from DC. But real quick, let me segue into something else real quick. Prime, did you see this with Grace Randolph? Because Tyler, he the one brought it to my attention. She said, #Snyder Cut. Yes, there's one more trailer and maybe something very cool tomorrow, depending on if anyone is in Dallas. Anyone in Dallas is on their toes and visits a little exhibit that starts.
I don't follow Grace. I really don't pay attention to her tweet. I really don't pay attention to Grace Randolph for the simple fact is that, hey, it is what it is. I just have my preference on doing my own information and picking it up for myself.
Yes, sir.
But pertaining just to that, if there is another trailer from a business point, I don't see the point of having another trailer. You might be able to do like a TV snippet or something of that magnitude, but if they're going to do another trailer, it might be the same trailer, but they might have cut it down.
Okay,
you gotta remember this.
Prime, let me ask you this real fast, and check this out right here. We have seen every member of the Justice League so far except one character. Do y'all know who I'm talking about?
From the Justice League?
Yeah, from the Justice League. We've seen everybody except who?
Green Lantern.
Martian Manhunter.
No, you'll see him.
But what I'm saying is that gonna put that in a trailer, or is he?
Oh no, he's not gonna show that. Y'all gotta remember that Adam is in this. For us as Snyder Cut fans, and we've been following this for the years, we know who's in the movie. That Adam is in the movie. Martian Manhunter is in the movie. We know Green Lantern is in the movie. Zach is just not gonna give it up yet. He's in there. We just not gonna see a lot of him.
Yeah.
You gotta remember, if you look at all the concept art on all the shirts that we got, if you got the hoodie, everything tells you right there on the hoodie in the movie or the shirt. It tells you what's in the movie. Zach is not going to tell everybody. Not only is going to be a super cliffhanger, there's going to be bits and pieces in the movie. He's not going to give up. He wants us to watch it and be surprised and amazed by it. So, let me see what the fuss is about. Yeah, that's in Future State. Future State.
Let me blow comment chat up real quick. Comment chat, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Comment chat with the $5 super chat. There is a Black Superman in comics. Don't see what the fuss is all about. Why can't Cavill Ellis have his turn at bat? Now, this is the thing, comment chat. Danny, thank you so much. And that's what Prime was saying. Yes, we know that there's a comic book version. But this is the thing. They had to put that hook in there to get the internet wild up to make it seem like Henry Cavill is no more playing Superman. Yeah. That's what we was discussing.
Yeah. Oh, and also before I dip, there's 2 Black Supermans. A lot of people gotta remember there's 2 different versions.
And Prime, you know what? And now, if you read Future, I think it's Future State, Future Ends.
It's Future State, yeah.
Future State. It's a Black Batman too.
It's a Black Batman, and there's a Black. There's they brought back because I've been watching I've been reading Future State, and Future State is good, but if you can get past it because it sets way. It's in the future. It's in the all future. The heroes.
And that Jordan Detective Batman, I advise people to pick it up by Dan Mora. Man, that's a dope comic book.
Yeah, because a lot of people are still trying to grasp on who Batman is, but I'm kind of glad that they did it. For the ones I'm going to spoil it for you, that's out there. If you don't know, it's Lucius Fox's son. It's Tim Fox.
Yep.
So it's Tim Fox, but this is the kicker. If you have not read Future State, this is the thing. It's all different. Batman is not the greatest detective because it's not Bruce Wayne. It's Tim Fox. The greatest detective in the galaxy is Green Lantern, and she's a woman. Oh. I'm not going to tell you who it is. You got to actually read the book to find out how she became that. So what I'm saying is that it's different. And remember, when people are stuck on one thing, things have to evolve. I'm open to it. Even at first, when I first read Future State, I was like, oh, shit. But after I kept on reading it, I was like, you know what? It makes sense that Tim Floyd is Batman. That's Lucius Fox's son. That makes a lot of sense. People will say it's Damon. No, because remember, Damon don't want the mantle. He never wanted the mantle to be Batman. He never wanted it. He never wanted it. His glory and what he wanted to do is be in the League of Assassins. Yeah, that's what he wants.
He gonna be like his granddaddy Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's his thing. Then, of course, the new Superman is Superman's son, Jonathan Kent.
Yep. That's the new Future State. Yep.
That's in Future State. And then Wonder Woman is it's a descendants from the Mascara from the Amazons. They're Brazilians. So she is, I would say, she's Spanish, whatever. If you want to call it if you want to call it Brazilian, do you want to call it Black, whatever it is that you want to do. So in the Flash, I'm not going to give up all the characters. Y'all have to read the book. Y'all have to read it. You have to read the books and get into it. Again, a lot of people, they have to change that narrative. They have to evolve it. But they're not going to change the traditional. They're giving you different stuff in each realm. And depending on what realm that you want.
Look who we got up in here, the God of all.
Go ahead. I was talking. Go ahead, because I was talking. So go ahead, Tyler, because I know you want to say something.
Yo, Tyler no, man. I was letting Prime go. Prime was just like someone just commented. He said he's the encyclopedia.
That's why I either put Prime. Tyler, that's why I either put Prime or Jeffrey on the show because they got that deep knowledge that don't nobody have. And I call myself a comic book reader, but Prime his knowledge is more deeper than mine.
Oh,
but
yeah,
Tyler, this gonna be your chance to speak because Phil God said he haven't seen you spoken since you've been on here. This is some news real quick. It said Aquaman 2, Amber Heard fired from Jason Momoa's blockbuster franchise following the Johnny Depp role. Let me read this real quick because this is trending on Twitter. It says Amber Heard and Johnny Depp's divorce was major news a few months back. Following the lawsuit, Johnny Depp had faced a lot of trouble on the professional front, and his fans were not at all happy about it. Depp had lost a liberal case against the Sun over a headline that described him as a white beater, which further resulted in Warner Brothers asking him to resign from Fantastic Beasts. Now, if y'all not familiar to that, that's with Harry Potter. This was not taken well by his fans, who then started a petition calling for the removal of Amber Heard from Warner Brothers Aquaman 2. Now, rumor has it that this might become true. Following the Johnny Depp role petition to remove Amber Heard from Aqua 2 crosses 1 million signatures. Now, Tyler, I want to ask you this. Do you think Amber Heard deserves to be fired from the Aquaman 2 movie?
Well, first off, you see that last line says rumor has it. So that's
Rumor
not
has
official. That's not official. Yeah, I just want to put that out there.
Okay.
Do I think she should be fired from Aquaman 2? No, I don't. Me personally. I don't think she should be fired. I mean, those two had a crazy relationship. I mean, they were both doing crazy stuff to each other. I mean, I don't think any of them went to jail over it. I'm not saying that I think that what they did in their relationship was right at all. I'm just saying that sometimes, stuff like this happens and then we automatically think that they shouldn't work anymore. And I don't think that this should be the case. I don't think firing her from Aquaman 2 should happen. But the interesting thing about her is that she was part of the reshoots, or not reshoots, the additional photography for the Snyder Cut.
Yep.
She was in the Nightmare timeline, Mara. So, that just happened. They could have very easily kept her out or not had her show up, and they did. So, again, I don't want to say it's more of a problem for the Snyder Cut future, but she's another part of Zack's vision that if she obviously gets let go from Aquaman 2 and then she shows up in JL2 or JL, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, unless they could do what they could do and what they'll probably will do is like when they in Aquaman 2, they won't even have Mara in it. It will just be like solely focused on Jason Momoa and you won't even see her, which is probably the route they're going to go down. But again, I don't think that should happen, but time will tell.
And I thought it was crazy. I brought this up this week. My boy, he drew this and it just seemed like he knew something was going on in the movie. Let me pull this up real quick. Have y'all ever seen this? By my boy Super Betsy. Y'all ever seen that?
Yeah, I've seen this briefly.
And I posted this on Twitter because he had the Joker with the scars across his head, like he had the Jesus crown, the thorn crown on his head. And this was months before that picture came out with Vanity Fair.
Wow.
And he claims, he said, "Oh man, I was just doing some research and just trying to put things together. I haven't seen the movie." But if you look at the Jim Lee storyboard, you remember the Jim Lee storyboard?
Yeah.
At the very end of the Snyder Cut, who are the people left? It's Batman.
Mm-hmm.
We got Batman right there. It's Flash. We got Flash right here, the long hair Flash from BVS.
Yeah.
And then we got Cyborg, and the Cyborg is shorter than everybody else, and that's because his body is ripped in half. Now, if you look at the Jim Lee storyboard, Cyborg is ripped in half. And I thought it was real odd that he had Deathstroke right there.
Yeah.
Joker right there, because they're supposed to team up. That's always been the rumor. And then you got Mara right there.
Yeah.
So that just always blew my mind. So Amber Heard is going to play an important role in the Snyder Cut movie.
I would imagine. Something interesting real quick about Cyborg. I noticed, and again, I could be wrong, but I noticed that in the trailer that we most recently got a couple weeks ago for the Snyder Cut, it looks like we see a glimpse of Cyborg and he has like the gun on his shoulder, the machine gun.
Yeah.
And it looks like he's not missing any limbs, but you can tell from the background, it looks like the Nightmare timeline. So I'm interested to see that if Zack is still going to have him get like ripped in half or whatever he was trying to do to him or whatever.
That's the Nightmare timeline. The one you
that's what I'm saying. But I didn't see him like missing a leg or anything. Like
he said
in the picture he's right there.
Now this is what I always got two things in my head when people say the nightmare scene. Okay, when we talk about the nightmare scene, are we talking about Batman, Bruce Wayne is asleep and experiencing this in a dream, or this nightmare will come to life in the Snyder Cut movie?
It's like he says in the trailer, like it's a premonition. Yeah, it's like it's a dream, but he's like seeing something. Something is happening to him. He's seeing the future. But the interesting thing, if you noticed, in Man of Steel, Superman, he had a nightmare timeline with Zod. So he saw something when he was on the ship, and he's like he's on the skulls, whatever.
And did you see Zack point that out? He had the black Superman suit there. That was a good connection.
Yeah, But in BVS, it was Batman who was having the nightmare timeline, whatever dreams or whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
In the Justice League, it's going to be different characters. Cyborg is going to have them. I've heard the Flash is going to have these. So it's not just going to be Batman again thinking of this stuff. It's going to be other people that are going to be there. Cyborg and Flash, like they're going to have these visions as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And we going to see that suit that Flash had on in BVS, right? They cover up his whole face and then they can flip up.
I hope so because yeah, you know what? That would make sense because we haven't seen him in the we didn't see him in the Nightmare timeline in the trailer, so we have not seen the Flash in the timeline. So
we're gonna get those suits that was already in the
BBS.
Those are the suits that we're going to see. We're going to see that from the Flash, and we're going to see the actual full Cyborg.
Because you remember when Jason Momoa first got on with Aquaman, it's a picture of him and Zach, and if you look in the background, you see those suits, Cyborg suit and the Flash suit.
That's gonna be sick.
It's gonna be sick because I was wondering why in the Justice League we didn't see that suit. I was like, dang, I want to see these suits. And do y'all think we're gonna see long hair Flash some point in this movie, or he just gonna be clean shaven with the short hair?
Long hair.
Yeah,
I think in the beginning of the movie we're gonna see long hair, and then he gonna cut it.
You think so?
I think so.
Well, you saw. Well, I mean, you've already seen in the trailer where he's saving Iris. He
got short hair.
Yeah, so like you said, he might have long hair in the beginning or something and cut it off. I don't know, but definitely in the Nightmare timeline, you can see that he has the facial hair. Yeah, because when he goes back in BVS, he has the facial hair. So
yeah, that's true. But also, you got to remember that scene where he's saving Iris. He's going for a job interview. Maybe he had the long hair and he cut it.
Yeah, that can make sense.
That's it. But I think this right here, this picture that Super Batsy made, this is going to be the Justice League at the end of the Snyder Cut movie.
I think so.
You're gonna have a lot of people dead.
I can't wait.
I'm serious, man. It's gonna be some. I think it's not gonna be any holdback. It's gonna be some big people die in this movie. If they not dead, they're gonna be captured or something. But I can't wait. All right, let's go to segue to the next one. Fiona, she was the one to put this out. Let me pull this up. And it's been all over the internet. And I advise you, people in the chat, 80 people that's watching. Oh, we got 80 people in here. Smash that like button. Thank y'all so much. I advise you, do not watch this. Let me pull it up real quick. I can only find it on Cosmic Book News, but I know some other people talking about it too. It says, Zack Snyder Justice League leaks online. It appears that Zack Snyder, and this ain't nothing but Warner Brothers. It appears that Zack Snyder. You think so? Because Fiona said it leaked. Fiona said it leaked, Brian. And she said,
"Oh, you're talking about that, about the about some of the stuff from the fan fest." Oh yeah, I read about that. Yeah,
she says, she talking about fan fest. She wasn't talking about the actual movie leaked.
Yeah, no, there's something about fan fest, and they found out exactly who it was leaking it out.
Okay.
And they said they're taking care of it right now. So we know it's an inside job. We know it's somebody from Warner Brothers.
It was an inside job.
It's an inside job. Oh yeah.
And Prime, peep this though. And maybe we was a little wrong for doing a trailer reaction, but when the first fan trailer dropped of the Zack Snyder Justice League, how did it leak like that?
Like I said, that's an inside job because
Warner,
you gotta remember,
foul, man. Warner is foul for that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. People that's in Warner Brothers or whatever, whoever the snake, I'm not going to be mean. Whoever the individual that it was, somebody told that individual to do it.
Yeah.
So it's going to get backtracked. So they already got it. They already taking care of it. So once they get this individual, we know it's Warner Brothers. We just don't know who gave the go for them to do it. We don't know yet. So, but everybody is going to assume it was either Emmerich or Hamada or somebody that I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it's Emmerich. I'm just being dead serious. I'm just thinking it's just Emmerich. It ain't gonna be nobody else no more than other. But yeah, it's getting taken care of. So Eric, any more of that leak stuff ain't happening no more. So we good. But other than that,
you know what? For them being foul like that, man. And I'm usually not with this, but somebody need to get some lawsuits going on, bro. I mean, come on, man. And this is how loyal the fans are. Ain't nobody gonna watch it anyway. You know, everybody want to watch it on March 18th. Now, I seen something in the chat that kind of stood out to me. I don't think this is true, but let's read it. He said, "I heard they picked several critics to see it sometime this week." I thought they weren't doing that.
They are. Zach handpicked some individuals to watch it a week before it comes out.
Gotcha.
Now, what they mean is that no focus groups mean is that they'll be able to watch.
Okay.
See, Zach is handpicking individuals that he trusts. Y'all have to look at the green. You have to look at from all this is all the articles that Zach and Deb have done. They only did it with Vanity Fair. Why? Because they trust Vanity Fair. They are a credible source. So now with all this, they are a credible source. They're not just gonna just throw an article out there.
No, Brian, we tripping that because somebody said, "Well, Fader, you watched the trailer much earlier." We didn't know it leaked though. We thought it was out. We didn't know. And then when we watched the trailer, what we did say it was legal. We was like, "What? When?" Tyler, was you on that stream with us?
Let me tell you something. No, I was not.
Tyler, was you on the stream with us though when we watched it?
No, I was not on the stream, but that's one of my favorite videos to watch. I think I have it saved in YouTube somewhere. I love watching that with you guys, man, because you set it up so perfectly. And then Prime gets on, Prime's freaking out, and then I think Film Gob comes on, he's freaking out. Oh man, I love it. It's so great. But at the same time, like, it's a trailer, and that was the first trailer we ever got, and it was true. We've been waiting for this damn thing for so many years, and it was like, you know what, it leaked, but it looks like it's in good. Let's just play the damn thing. So I'm in favor of that. Like, I was not like mad at anyone for doing that.
Boy, you ain't lying though, bro. Film Gob and Matt got out of there quick. Matt actually left for real, and Film Gob came back.
That sure did.
that was a great video. That was so funny.
Let's see. Let's go to one more. I think I got one more thing. No, that's it. That's pretty much it, fellas. What y'all got on your mind? What's your final thoughts?
Prime, you want to go?
I'm gonna backtrack on the actual Amber Heard situation. I know there's a lot of. I know we in cancel culture, and I don't really agree with it. But I would say this: anything that happened between Amber Heard and her husband, that's their business.
Mm-hmm.
They decided to put their business out there, or she did. Let's put it like that. She decided to put the business out there. We understand Johnny Depp got framed. We understand Johnny Depp had got axed from his job for something that job places should not have the right to even do anything to you if it does not have, if it has nothing to do with the workplace. If it has nothing to do with the workplace, you should not get canned from your job or anything if it does not have to do nothing with the workplace. That's between them. That's between them two. Now, with that being said, Johnny Depp was treated unfairly. And even when they went to court, the man had proper legal representation. He had evidence. He had everything that this woman incriminated herself. So now I forget which court they went to in the UK, because you got to remember there's two different type of court of laws. You got the court of law that's court of law that go by the law, and then you got the court that go by opinion. You do not, for she say or word of mouth or whatever. You do not want to go to a court of word of mouth. That's pretty much where you go to those relationship courts, and that's why they say, well, if the person lies, they're going to go with that person if you act very well. You do not want to go to those courts because you can show evidence all you damn want to. They're going to go by the word of mouth. It don't make sense, but this is fact and this is concrete. This is why Amber Heard won. Amber Heard is a foul person on where she acts towards her husband. Now, I understand cancel culture, but it has nothing to do with business. Now, with it being like that in the way that it is, look, I don't agree with it. Again, that's it. But if Johnny Depp gets canned, Amber Heard should get canned as well. That'll just make it fair. She's only doing the work right now because, look, she's only did the additional reshoots because it makes sense because she has a part in the movie that was filmed over 4 years ago.
Yeah.
It don't make sense to do additional photography and you're a key part and then you bring in another body to replace her. That would be absolutely ludicrous. No. Any future projects, same thing with the Aquaman 2 or anything that she's going to be in, if they keep her on as Aquaman, that's fine. But you have the ability to recast her and you don't have to worry about it. Now everybody will know the reason why and what's going on. But again, I don't agree with cancel culture. I don't agree with that. That's between them. But in this day and age and the way jobs and stuff is, she will get released. She is going to lose her job. She is. She will lose her job, and they will replace her with somebody else to play Mira for future installments.
You think she'll be an Aquaman 2 and then they'll end her arc and then keep it moving? Or she won't be an Aquaman 2?
It's either two things that they would do. Y'all have to remember, taking Mira out is not going to make no sense in Aquaman. Y'all got to remember, Mira is Aquaman's wife.
Yeah, that's true. And she played a big role in the comic book.
Mira plays a huge role in DC. She is a huge role. So you cannot take her out. You just got to replace her. Or if they do and they put her in the background where they don't want to have her no more, you can replace her with Dolphin. I doubt they would do that. But if you replace her with Dolphin, I don't know.
Brian, they thinking about. I keep hearing them thinking about switching her with what's the dragon lady from Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones, perfect pick. If they
that will be a perfect pick.
That'd be a perfect pick if they decide to do that. But me personally, let's wait and see. It will make more sense to go ahead and release her now before you start production. Because if you do that, that's going to confuse people. At least people will know that Amber Heard is not going to be in a new project if they decide to go. Because like I said, she was in Aquaman, we know, but they will. I think the general casual audience will understand on why. Because the tabloids and stuff is going to come out on the reason why she got canned.
I think Jimmy right though, Pram. She ain't going nowhere. I don't think she's going nowhere.
And you know what? I'm not going to, because it's messed up. I'm just going by this. I'm going to tell you. I believe that too because she's attractive, and it's just the way that it is.
Yep.
So if she wasn't that attractive, she would have been gone already. Yep. So all I'm saying is that hey, it is what it is. Time will tell. We will see. But in this day and age and the way things are and the way people are saying, well, they will boycott anything that she's in and they will not watch it.
Yeah.
Studios are going to look at that. They don't want to they don't want to risk losing money. That's just how they look at things. If that so happened to be the case, but they will can her. But again, like I say, that should not be none of our business. That should be between them, and it should have stayed in house. That's my take.
You're right. Tyler, what's your final thoughts?
My final thoughts are tomorrow is March. It's the month of the Snyder Cut. 18 days away. Get ready. Watch Man of Steel. Watch BVS. And get ready for this madness, this 4-hour masterpiece of an epic. I can't wait. And Jay, we have to live stream before, like on the 17th or something like that, man. We got to do something, man.
We got to, man. I started off with you, bro. We got to do something big. We're gonna do something big, though. And Brad gonna be included. I want to thank everybody for the super chat love. I want to thank everybody for hanging around. We got 90 people up in the chat. Thank you so much. And guess what? We're out of here.
Hey, what's up, man? What you doing?
Oh, you know what I'm doing? I'm just Snyder cutting.
Yeah.
Snyder cut.
Hold on, man. Somebody on the line.
Snyder cut.
I got somebody else on the line.
Yo.
Hello?
What's up, bro?
Snyder Cut!
Snyder cut. Snyder cut.
Snyder cut.
Hey, yo, guys, hold up. My mom's calling, all right?
Snyder Cut!
Snyder cut.
Snyder Cut! March the 18th, hallelujah.
All right.